Hello everybody, my name is Chris, and welcome back to more of What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, last episode, we actually began the game, and what is seemingly one of the most unique and fascinating, uh, fascinating experiences we've had on the channel so far. And we've had some with like Rhyme and The Last Guardian, and among others, right? Um, but this is something special. This is something very interesting. And so last time, basically, we started out. We're Edith, right? We're returning to our family home after quite a long time. Unfortunately, we are the last remaining family member who is alive, and we received a key from the will of our mother, Edith's mother, and we didn't know. She wasn't told what the key goes to. Just given a key, right? Just a random key. And she inherited the house, right? So she decided to go pay a visit. And there's a lot of memories in this house. And it's a very interesting situation because we're kind of piecing it together, especially because Edith established early on that even though this was the family home and she lived here, she wasn't allowed in most of the rooms. Right? So, for the most part, this is a mystery as much to us as it is to her. And it quite literally is the family home because great grandmother, uh, like you could even see here, right? Edie and Sven, right? And it's like they lived in this house all the way up until everybody else lived in this house. And it's such a wild thing. Everybody had their own room and they're all kind of cool styled. Obviously, this is Molly's room, right? Very pink princess themed. Very cool, right? But there's a lot of questions, a lot of curiosity, and man, I can't wait to see what else we get involved in, because the big thing with last episode was we had an experience reading Molly's whole diary, and that turned into kind of seeing a moment from her point of view, and that was just gameplay wise, that was just cool as shit. It was started to stress me out when it began though, because she's sitting in her bed. She went to bed with no dinner, and her room was locked. She can't be out. She can't be let out because it's locked from the outside, which I feel like is like concerning. But outside of that, she started walking around her room. She went to the hamster cage, and we went to the goldfish bowl, and I was genuinely worried that it was about to get real weird. I was like really concerned that she was about to eat the hamster. And I was like, is this gonna turn into is this gonna take a really like dark turn in some way? Like, it's gonna reveal like some of these family members were a little bit like unwell. But it wasn't. It wasn't. She thought about the fish, but she didn't do it. Hamster wasn't in there, but she ate the carrot. And then she went around the room. She ate all the toothpaste in the bathroom. And then she came to the window here where we're standing, and she saw a bird outside. She saw me eat that bird. I'm gonna eat that bird. And she went and she jumped out and she turned into a cat. In that moment, I was relieved in a way because I was like, "Oh, thank God, it's a dream. it's not, it's not real. She's not gonna actually do any of this." But then I also started to be like, "Is it though? I don't know." And it was just so cool because like we were a cat, and then we were an owl, and then we were a shark, and it just kind of like it's like this weird middle ground of like kind of goofy, but also like very active when we're doing things, and each of the animals played a little bit differently, which was really cool. But the way that she turned from the owl to the shark and just kind of like flopped down was also kind of feasible in like a dream, because you'd be like a shark on land, you just kind of like flop your way to the water. But it was really cool. And then we ended up on a boat. We were a sea monster, right? We had like this one tentacle that we were dragging ourselves around with. It was just really creepy and weird. And then we ended up back in the room here, crawling under the bed, with Molly ourselves on top of the bed, in bed, while we were also the monster. It was a weird thing. The second the monster went under the bed, we transitioned to her being on the bed, hearing the monster, and I started to stress out. And it was fantastic. Only for her to wake up and realize it was a dream. It's fucking phenomenal. So good. It was so good. And then we put the diary down, and it was just like this little insight into Molly. Right? It was really cool. It was really cool. It was super fucking cool. And now we have more to do. Right? We got a lot of questions still. But also more adventure to be had, because we walked around as much of the house as we could. Saw some cool things. You can go out here.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Mm.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oh. We adopted a stray kitten. She named it Molly. Interesting. I wonder if that's... Well, obviously we could tell here, right? 10 years old. Now, we don't know exactly where it ended for Molly, but she died at 10 years old. It's fucking tragic. Right? And part of me is like, did she actually jump out the window? Like, was it a dream once and then she like actually did? I don't know. I like mate I don't we don't have enough evidence to think like that, but I worry, right? I feel like there's an undertone, because to be fair, also the biggest things we learned at the beginning, like Milton went missing when Edith was 4 years old. Milton went missing. They never found him. They never found him again. He's just gone, and that's horrifying and awful. And then Lewis died. We don't know why. We don't know the cause, but we just know that he did. And they had a funeral, and we even there was even a comment at the beginning of the last episode where she's like, haven't been back to the house since Lewis's funeral. Right now, we know everybody was like packing up and moving out. Whoever was left, right, at the time of the big move. But I could assume maybe it was Lewis's death that kind of caused everybody to leave, it seems. But why, if that is the case, what about the death was something that genuinely made everybody, we have to leave this house, right? But the other thing, right, it's both a recap and something I've just also been thinking about, is the fact that when Milton went missing, Edith's mom sealed up all the rooms in the house, which we saw. They were like glued and sealed shut completely. And with that was probably just like sealing the memories, I imagine, like kind of like a time capsule in every room, but also maybe just to seal it so she didn't have to process the feeling. Maybe just like, I don't know the word for it, but less painful, right, than to walk around the house and see the open rooms of people who are no longer here. Something like that. But then there were peepholes put into them by Edie, which is really great. And we were able to kind of peep into a lot of the rooms. get an insight of how different all the members of the family really were. But, oh, that's cool. You could actually see in there. Nice. And then I'm so very convinced that that's the old house. I know I keep saying it. It's just like, yeah, it probably is. But it just, I don't know. It's really piqued my curiosity. A bunch of furniture? I don't know. We'll have to check it out. And then some more fertilizer. The beginnings of a tree house. That's a good tree for it. We got a statue. This is the first time we've actually been outside. So it's wild. Wild building design. I don't know if it's up to code, but it's up to the family code.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Oh. This is Edie's room. It's a lot of bird cages. Rob? Wait, is that Rob the lizard? Is that Rob the bearded dragon? 1980 to 1997. 17 years old Rob. Lurpy. 1952 to 1963. Purpley. Oh my god. 1973 to 1979. Then were you Flurpy? Oh. 1988 to 1991. Oh, that's sad. That's only 3 years. Is this one? Ed Zerpy. Is that an owl? Oh my god, she had an owl. Wholesome. Derpy Derpy Jr. Oh my god, 1994 to 2006. Burpee. I love the naming convention. It's fantastic. Burpee, 1940 to 1948. Who do we got? Bob the Snake. Got Grandma Edie. Fucking genius. Fantastic woman. Who are you? Oh, there's no name. Does that mean he's still alive somewhere? Or not yet? I don't know. Okay. And then Derpy. 1968, 1981. And Derpy Jr. I love the face. Just the eye and just the blank expression. It's fantastic. Well, she loved her little birds. I think that's really cool. And Shrine Sketches.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Aw. Edie seemed like a real one. Right? Everything that we've heard talked about her so far, she was like great. Just a great grandmother.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Damn. Almost finished. She's really talented. Shit. Oh wait, no wait, she's the one that painted the room. And she even sketched the house and everything. Talent. Skill. I love the hands. Got Molly, Barbara, Calvin, Sam, Walter, Dawn, Gus, Gregory, Lewis, Milton, and Edith. Got everybody. This is nice. This is nice. Lewis, 1988, 2010. Oh, she never finished it. That's sad. There's an oar and is that part of the house? Maybe because there is the stairs that go into the attic there, right? Or like the little door we tried to go into, but it was locked. And then there's the living room with the big bookcases. I guess maybe it is a scale of the house. In progress, obviously.
Her room was like a museum.
Yeah. Odin, 1880 to 1937. And a sword. Pretty cool sword.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Oh, throughout Norway. It's the house. Oh.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Damn. This is a really fascinating way to do this. The latest victims of the family curse. Their newborn son, Johan, and Ingeborg. That's so sad.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
He actually... I mean, that answers my question, because I was thinking about this. I was like, how did the house get all the way in the middle of the lake? Right? Because I was like, wouldn't it be built... Oh, we saw pictures of it. We saw the painting above the fireplace where it's on land. So he literally put it on a boat and left.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
That sucks. Well, that's how is that him on the roof? He tried to sail a house. Honestly, what a pioneer. Not the best idea, but that is that damn.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
That's where they touched down.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Oh yeah, that's the statue. He's on top of his house. That's honestly a very creative headstone.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
They're so happy building this place. And look at the fact that was the fireplace was built first. Obviously, you'd have to build it pretty early, but the fact that it was built with bricks from the old house. That's cool. That's neat. Oh, nope. Do I put it down? Hello? Sorry. How do I drop it? Sorry, hold on. There we go. Okay. Got it.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
That's an interesting thing to say. So we saw a little bit about Odin's story. That's kind of cool. How he literally it's I mean it is absolutely tragic that he had to bury his wife and child. Like that's awful. And then incredibly bold that he takes his house on a boat and tries to sail it. Right? Obviously he's got a tug pulling it, but still, regardless. And only for it to all fall apart horribly, and then his children made it, right? His daughter. Now they have this place. Well, they built this place. There's be no point looking at the other side, but man, because yeah, they built the house, and then that's where it all started. That's where this tree really takes off. That's why he's the base of that tree. Or the branch. Tree. The whole tree. He's the base of it. But he says family curse, which I'm very curious what does that mean? Right, because he left because of the family curse.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
That's really Edie. You're fucking funny. That's great. I love it. She's just like there's a mole man living under this house. Let me tell you. Now, to be fair, we have not found what that sound was in the garage, so it's not completely written off to be Mole Man. But I love that she gave an interview. I think that's the best thing.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Jr. I guess that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Because Edie. She's named after her. That Sam Photo Award, Conspiracy Now. Weird America, The Finches. The documentary. Random Junk, Chapter 7, Edith Interview. I hope it's that. It'd be great. My Friend Bigfoot, of course. Barbara's Legacy. Sam Medal Ceremony, 63. 68? 68. Edith Jr. Lake Trip. Fun.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Yeah, what a badass Edie. Edie won't go. 72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire. Honestly, I kind of respect the boldness. She's like, I don't know what. I've been through worse.
Told people Sven was killed by a dragon. She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, that's so sad. It was a slide. I was guessing it was a water slide, but I mean I guess probably yeah, like you could see it in the picture there. Like it wraps around the tree. That's so cool. That's such a cool concept. That is absolutely. I keep saying it, but it's like, duh, that's tragic. Holy shit. Dragon kills Finch. Tragedy strikes at Finch Family Pond. Celebration turns mourning. So he built it. He finished it. It looks great. It's so cool. We saw it outside. but I assume he tested it, and it obviously, yeah, it collapsed. And dude, that's so sad. Oh my god, how horrible to go and be like, you just built this. Everyone's out there cheering, wow, amazing, and then you just watch him die. It's so sad. I'm not ready for the weight of all of this game right now. Norwegian folk tales. I don't know too many Norwegian folk. I feel like I should read more Norwegian folk tales. Built 1937, Sven Finch. Heck yeah. Oh man. Is there anything else we can look at? Just want to make sure before we go on. We saw shrine sketches. Now I do wonder, what are shrine sketches? I imagine they could be sketches from Odin's little memorial. But
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
yeah, it's funny how that is, like, sometimes, with the grandparents and the grandkids. They seem to. Grandparents and grandkids have such a different energy than, like, the parents, like mother, father, and their kid. Right? Happy 90th birthday. That's incredible. Almost as old as me. This is it. This is the bathroom. Oh my god. The shag. It really is shag everywhere. Yeah, it's fantastic. Love it. Oh, the little wind up frog. What up, dude? A lot of pill bottles, understandable. Little spaceman, little police dude, firefighter, army guy, duck duck. It's a massive mirror.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
I was gonna say, like, this is some, like, Pepto Bismol exploded over this. This is incredible. Ooh, it's another padlock. Somebody painted that. That's crazy. Impressive. Such style. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. Wait, there's hinges.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Oh my god, what is this? This is so cool. This is so creative.
It's in the last place you would look.
That's
It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
ooh, that's cool. And it's actually under the book. What? See, this is what I mean. Our mother left this key for us. Left it for us. It didn't tell us why. Yet before everyone left, she sealed up all the rooms, almost to keep things even more secret than they were before. But now,
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
good. It's good work. But I guess what it comes off is like, did she want her? I imagine she left the key, potentially being the last family member besides Edith, right? And so leaving the key, maybe some sort of closure, maybe some sort of like, go see about the family. I don't know. It just seems like why now? Why wait till everybody's gone? Why wait till you're gone? Right? Calvin Finch. Calvin Finch. 1950, 1961. Like this is like I kind of mentioned it too in the last episode. Like there are a lot of people in this family that are really young that died. Like 10 years old, 16, 16, 10, 11. 29. One. 1 year old. Is this 13? Is this the curse? Because this is fucking sad. There's so many. They're all kids, man. It's a good photo. So is that. That's a good photo too. Was that a ring? And a feather. I just noticed our necklace. That's kind of interesting. It's a secret little room. It's just been in here the whole time. Milton. Again. Are these all... So, it's like... The last one, the last passageway, the last episode that we opened up with the key, also had a little secret room where Milton had been. He did a little sketch on the wall. And now in this other secret, there's another sketch from Milton. It's like, what? Is he finding all the secrets? Oh. Hold on, hold on. Get around that. Okay. Yep, this is that room. That's so cool, man. The little bridge. Oh, and up there? That's cool. Over here, very obviously strong theme. Also, I mean, it's very cool. Very aesthetic. Fort Sam, Fort Calvin. And we just looked at them. Literally 33. Sam made it to 33. Calvin was 11. 11. Damn. I don't know, it's so creative. It's very cool. I do, Grandpa. Sam had a twin. Look at him. You could see where that's sad. Because we learned in the last one, like, he kept living in the room, right? He kept staying in here even after Calvin was gone, right? It was like, oh, like living in here with him. Like obviously not literally like I had I had worried about, but more that like his memory, I guess. But then the fact that he kept marking his height the whole time, it's wholesome. Uh Wow, this is such a cool room, dude. I'm jealous.
And that he never talked about him.
To command center. Dude, I bet Calvin was cool as shit.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
I mean, it seems very painful. Yeah. I can't say that I would probably be any different probably in the moment, you know? It would suck. This is so cool. What a cool creative setup. Got pedals and everything. Wait, is this like the interior? Like car pedals? It's like a little ashtray. Neat. Alright, Calvin's memorial. And I said Grandma, Edith made that. It's really good.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, we're doing another memory.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
Stress me
But
out.
that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
What?
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Stress me out. I the fact that it was written like that. The fact that he literally said, obviously Calvin wants to swing around, right? Full circle. And then he literally says, if the wind hadn't picked up, if he didn't really try to do it, maybe he'd still be here. So so he so he died that day, swinging. And he actually did launch himself off of the swing. That is, if that seems to be what it's implying. That's so sad. It's it's not like he made up his mind to die, right? It's more just he made up his mind like he wanted to spin or he wanted to go all the way around, right? He wanted to do, right? And it seemed like he did. Obviously he did. This is like a direct confirmation from Sam of what happened. And that explains why at the beginning, the last episode, we saw when we first get to the house, we peek through the fence and we see that swing. We see that swing. And it's all wrapped up around the branch. Right now, I don't know if that's exactly that swing. I imagine it is. It looks to be in the correct location, right? But if it is the same swing, which I'm assuming it is until I'm proven otherwise, I would then think that they wrapped the swing around so that nobody could swing on it again because of Calvin, because of that incident. And now with that, I'm also thinking down with Molly that maybe she really did fall out the window. I don't know. I feel like that's the case, right? And then the fact that Eve mentioned that her mom named like stray cat Molly. It just feels very connected there for a reason. Can I read it again? I can't read it again. Oh, that's fucking sad.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Yeah, that checks out. After the funeral.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh. Wait, he never came back in here. Like he probably was already definitely wanting to enlist anyway. But after that, that's definitely like that's some shit like you get away from everything. Just leave. It's too painful otherwise. Life of a Caterpillar. Caterpillar's Guide to Transforming. Something. Whimsy. What? What is this? What is this house?
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Yeah, clearly. Can I just unlatch this? Okay, I don't want to go out yet. Milton again. Because okay, so So they built the house, which means they built these into the house. They built these little secrets. We know the bathroom one, right? Because it was Sven in the actual book saying there's a secret. And so he built all these little secret passageways and secret everything in the house that maybe nobody knew about. Scared the shit out of me. It's just Bigfoot.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
I mean, that's kind of fair. I would say the same thing. That's neat. Look at that. It's a secret tunnel in her own room. Did he build these for the kids? Specifically? I don't know. Maybe. So they could go around and... Because they're all kind of connected in a weird way. I don't know. But either way, my friend Bigfoot, Barbara Finch. She got a doll and everything. Lunchbox. Mask, fan letters, I imagine, right? Fan mail. Yep, from Jen. Also from Jen. Big fan, Jen. Whoa.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Child star fame sounds like it's I'm sure to an extent it's like fun, but then I also feel like that comes with such stress and not fun that the question is like, is it worth it? Multi popcorn, Barb Street, Equestrian Center, Improv Night, Love the Clock, the Pink Cat, classic. That is a moldy cake. Happy birthday, Barbara. With candles. It's still relatively intact, which means it's got hella preservatives or... Man. It's just so sad. Literally 16 years old. Barbara. Is there anything we can interact else with? We can check out before we mess with that? Doesn't seem to be. Seattle Ballet Company presents Swan Lake. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at this. Dreadful Stories. Guest
Of all the
starring.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Wait, people wrote stories about her death? That's fucked. That's kind of fucky. That seems kind of unpleasant. Dreadful Stories, October 1961, featuring Old Jack, guest starring Barbara Finch.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
I could, yeah.
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Oh
Her
no.
biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh my god.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror.
Oh my
What
god.
if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Fascinating.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
Bro, why would you go down
So
there?
Barbara went to look for him.
That's
Right
don't.
on cue.
It's like,
She
don't.
reached for the music box.
Oh god, do I do it? Oh fuck. No, no, come on, don't be, not this. Cause we know her child career like ended really soon. I think it was like what, 2 years, something like that. And then obviously she got a job and she's working, and this was like this fun little opportunity for her to make a comeback or just do something, right? Oh god, no. Is there a...
And
Okay,
when
I gotta
she
do it in a
found the
circle.
key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Man. No, not this. Not the music. Oh, fucking... Don't you dare. No.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Dude, fuck this. Stop with the lights. Oh, good. I'm gonna beat the shit out of whoever's in here. Get out of here. Warning. What the fuck is that?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
God, not the fuck. Oh god, that's horrible. That explains the blood. Okay, the blood is mostly probably our fault. That's fine, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. God, not the fucking Halloween music.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Swear to God. Why would you open it? You put a bookcase in front of it. We move that log, put it right there. We carry on.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Yeah.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
It's kind of a douche.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I don't know what to trust anymore. I'm so Oh my god. I'm so uncomfortable. That's a cool chair concept. I don't know if that would work. It might. I feel like I've seen that somewhere, but I like the eyes on the windows. That's fun. That's cool. It's creative. Oh my god. Screwing around too. Walter Finch.
Walter, are you there?
Walter, I swear to God, you better answer, dog.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Dude, no, come on.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And there he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
I hate this.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
I know this is a comic. It's fine. But also, I don't know. That's a lot of dreadful stories. What the fuck, dude? I hate it. No, we're going in here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
What? How did they make such a detailed comic? Can I lock this?
Holly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Why would we? Oh god. Okay. Bitch. Ooh.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool. Oh, fucking shit. God damn it. We gotta go. We gotta go make sure he's, you know. Is he got... Of course he is. Of course he is. Oh, I hate this.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
I swear to God.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara.
I would never answer my door. What the fuck? Hell no. Hookman in the house? There is no answering the door.
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
What? No. Hit him.
Dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I hated that ending. Like, what the fuck? That was creepy as shit, like, the whole time. The whole time, super awkward, super creepy, right? But that fucking ending with the monsters, disturbing. It now, what does it mean? I don't, because my mind goes to one thing, which I would hate to be the thing, right? I don't like the whole phrasing of, you know, the way that it was phrased, just like the whole, like, oh, all she wanted was stardom. It's like, so did her fans, and then they all just like fucking came at her, and I'm like, I don't like that, because I don't think it was them trying to kill her. That's not what I think happened. The ear thing, it's like that. I could probably believe that part being literal, maybe. But the part before that, no, man, that's haunting. She's 16, home alone, and then a bunch of these fucking freaks break into her house, and dude, whatever they did, yeah, I don't like that one. She seemed like such a nice person. Explains all the diner uniform. So that was her. That was her gig. That's what she did for work. Rated jobs increased. Giant warehouse fire. Center of worst blizzard in her history. I don't know. I hated that story felt like the most uncomfortable.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, that's gonna haunt me. I now I'm like I need to go to the music box. I need to go to the music box because now we know how to get in there. God, it's so sad. He was under his bed the whole time. He just knew everything was happening. I feel like it was a very violating encounter.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
I'm sorry, that like really shifted the whole tone of everything so far. 'Cause I feel like I know what they were implying. And I hate that for her. It's like honestly, unironically fucking horrible. Oh boy. Is this where the seemingly unsuspected, unexpected, and unsuspecting homeless man is living since we've been gone?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
All this stuff. That's cool. That's what. So he was cutting up the stuff for Edie to paint on. That's cool. Oh my god, the prototype. The blueprint. Tragic. It all is just, this whole thing is tragic. Every stage that we've gone
through. I saw
through.
Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Packages. It's really dark.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
I would have hoped. Oh, God.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What the fuck? All right. Jesus. Also, can we say, like, Barbara's boyfriend? Kind of a piece of shit, a little bit, right? Like I get being like, oh, I want to help you get your screen back. It's another thing to be the way he went about it, which was, yo, kind of shitty. And then when what? Again, I don't. They say he disappeared, right? Does that mean when everyone else broke into the house, he just left? He bolted? He left her behind, vulnerable? I don't know. That story is like latched into my fucking mind right now. It is. Oh my god, it is in the earth.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Yeah, I get that. Oh shit. Pea soup? Alvino's? Is that Tasty Bear? Tasty Beans. Benny Baloo's Tasty Beans. Got Sweetie Crisps.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Except they're all fucking tragic.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Yeah. That's definitely what I've been able to deduce. Oh, it's like a model built. That's such a cool little station, man. It's cool. 1952 to 2005. It's a can opener and peaches. Seasonings. It's postcards. Radio's still going. Damn. That's pretty creative. Window and a light, and then a nice view. Very cool. Very respectable. Just live down here. Walter. It's so sad. It's Walter. Literally. She died horribly. And Walter just wanted to get away and completely isolated himself down here. Away from everything and everyone and any memory of Barbara. Like a reminder. And he's counting the days because he obviously never left. So he needed some way to count time. It's so sad.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Jeez. Oh.
But after
That's
a
cool.
few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
There we go.
Having
Yeah.
a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Truly.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
I mean, I do love a good canned peach. It's very tasty.
And then one day,
but
everything just stopped.
this is the calendar. Okay, we're in March 2005.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Oh, shit. Oh. I was gonna say, yeah, now we're at the last time he marked the calendar. He's just gonna leave. What the fuck? A lot of model kits. Exorcism. Cracking the curse. Evil unleashed.
I know it's out there somewhere.
What, the monster?
Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin.
God, it's so sad. Whatever killed them. Obviously, it's implied like whatever curse, whatever terrible thing. Is this just his trash pile? Because he doesn't leave? I think so.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
I mean, yeah, that's probably for the best. Dying alone,
Whatever's out
miserable
there,
underground.
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week.
Right?
I'd be
Live your
happy
life.
with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh, shit.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
He lived in this house the whole time that she was here. And she never... That's crazy. Well, obviously, I imagine she was respecting Walter's wishes of wanting to be alone, left alone, and trauma. But still. That's so sad, dude. He literally left. He finally took the moment to take control of his life again, to break out of the cycle, both literally and figuratively. Make his way out. Talk about he's like, just one new day, just one day where I can live the way I want to live. Be free of this cycle. And then he dies. Horribly. And ironically,
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I mean, I feel like that's more than likely what it was, right? I don't think it was malicious at all. Damn.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
I feel like in a way we're all afraid to
But if
end
she
up like
never
Walter.
told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Such a good point.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
That's fair. Yeah, like if you're not going to tell your kid about a family member who's living in the same house as you, I feel like that maybe that's like a secret, sure. But like if you're willing to keep that a secret, yeah, like what else are you willing to not talk about? Did this literally go straight out into the train
Trying to
tunnel?
bury something that's still alive.
Oh, that's so sad. He literally did escape. But he didn't go through the house. He broke out.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else.
Yeah.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
God, that's deep. Fuck. Well, you so hard you like manifested it. Yeah, it was obviously it was real. Because there was a part at the beginning, right, like where with Molly, I'm like, oh, it's just a dream, right? Okay, cool. It was just like a dream she had. She wrote it in her journal, right, her diary, and then it was that. But then as this has gone on, I'm like, oh no, like these are literally their last thoughts, their last things before they die. Oh my God, it's a lot. It's so sad. It's a nice train. Well, I guess that would be the locomotive, right? Like I don't know what you call the front car. The the main train, the thing that pulls the rest of them. I guess it'd be I don't know, train terminology. But God, it's so sad. Dude literally came out here. And then that was it. Oh. That's right, like all this fell into the ocean. No more train. Damn. There's a little dock over there.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Oh, damn, true. Like, that would be some, like, weird self-fulfilling prophecy shit. Like, we read our last thoughts. The chairs and the trees. Like, they seem intentional. Right? These are definitely not like, oh, they blew into the trees.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
I know what you mean.
But I thought you should know about your family.
What? Should know about your family? Who's she writing? She writing in Milton? Because that's what she was saying before when we were coming out of the tunnel. Like, you know, she's the last one or two. Right? Because technically, we don't know what happened to Milton. Like, we don't know Milton's final fate. He is gone. But it's one of those things, it's like, maybe he's still out there. We don't know. But she's writing this to another family member.
And the history you're a part of.
Just going to get close to the water. See how close I can get. It's cool. Like, part of me wants to go out. Can I go out there? That would be wild. We're not dressed for this. Okay. That's a lot better. I wouldn't. I'd kind of be stunned if she decided to just walk into the water.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I mean, I feel like that's, yeah. I still am.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I agree. Damn, where's the... There's the fence. I say that's where the swing was. Oh God. Is there any that we can look at here? I guess what, this is the family totem? Work in progress at one point. A campfire. This is very scenic. This is a lovely area. Now there's just, oh God, there's so much weight to this place now. Jesus. Go anywhere? Damn. See anything? Oh, that is over there. Okay. I try to make sure, like, we don't miss any little details. But I don't think we are. I think we're going okay. Oh man. I'm feeling the weight of the
Look at
whole
the
what
house.
remains.
That history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
Yeah. Oh my God, it is. That is. Oh, I'm glad to have it confirmed. That's the swing. Because I couldn't tell from looking through there, like, how far away, like, the depth perception. But, yeah. Wrapping up the swing. Because of Yeah. God, that literally is so, every single story is just so upsetting. Like, Bob's calling him in for dinner. He's swinging. His brother's trying to get like, come on, we gotta go inside. And then, gotta go to dinner. And then he just like, goes. Ugh. God damn it. Horrifying. Jesus. Okay. Can we look over here? What's going on? Can we reverse the peephole? Nothing.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
That is so
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Damn. God, that's, yeah. So they were still building this, right? Unless it was just a lookout, right? Like a, or like a deck in a tree rather than like a tree house. I don't know, man.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
God, that's so sad. Oh. Oh my God, that's so many. Bailey, Shotzi, Oliver, Shadow, the fish, Christopher, oh God. Bob, I respect that they gave the fish, the goldfish, their own headstone. I love that.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh God. Got Lucy, Daisy, Charlie the cat, Tucker, Coco, Zoe, Derpy and Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, and Zerpy. I love the names. So whimsical. The frog, what's the frog's name? Wait, can we not I feel like come on. They had a pet frog? Well, they had a wind-up frog in the bathroom. I guess that might have been like that's not the frog, but you know what I mean? Like they had a pet frog, so they probably like frogs. We'll never know, I guess. Couple of not doing too well birdhouses. Another one. Oh man.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
She did a real good job. It is interesting because I mean, obviously that was the first one, right? But I guess they believed in the family curse so much that they were like, well, we might as well prepare the cemetery because we're gonna need it. It's a cat with wings. Ollie Finch. December 11th, 1937 to December 13th, 1947. Literally. 10 years old, 2 days after her birthday. Oh. I mean, these are really well designed. The rocket ship. Calvin Finch, born April 25th, 1950. Died September 23rd, 1961. 11 years old. Sven Finch. It's all his carpentry. Born June 17, 1915. Died August 26th, 1964. Is that Hub Knit FDEC? Is there like a... Is it Edith? Or Edie? It's not. I was thinking the letters spelled like Edie Finch, but they don't. Do they... Like there's a relevance to these. FDEC, knit, HUB. Born April 8th, 1917. Died December 5th, 2010. I don't know, I just feel like there's gotta be, there's some relevance to this, and I want to figure it out, but I have no idea. Right. Like, the letters there exist to spell Edith Finch. But, Walter Finch. Born August 26, 1952. Died March 31st, 2005. Oh, they... Was it like him, like, literally breaking out? In the tunnel. Free. Barbara Finch, born October 31st, 1944. Died October 31st, 1960. She got a little star. Literally this, they're all tragic. Like, I can't go and be like, oh, this one's weird, but I'm gonna be real. Barbara and Calvin and Molly. Are they really any of the kids that died? Like, that's just so fucking sad. But there's just like the way
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
It's forever. That's them. Literally watching him go down with his house. Them and their child.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
I was right. It wasn't that not genius or anything, but it is one of those. 'Cause I do like that it confirms.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Yeah. He made it some sort of distance. And it just crashed and sunk. Damn. know, if such terrible things didn't happen here. Like, so many tragedies. Back to back. It's like, this is such a lovely location. It's a beautiful
The east side
house.
was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Yeah.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam Finch. April 25th, 1950, July 16th, 1983. Gus Finch, born June 20th, 1969, died November 8th, 1982. Gregory Finch, born 1976, died December 19, 1977. So Gregory and Gus died within 5 years of each other. The problem that feels so sad is that Gregory was literally a year old. Sam was 33. And Gus was 13.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Yeah, no, I get it too. Lewis Finch. The Crown. Let's see. 1988 to 2010. And Sanjay Kumar. 1966 to 2002. Milton Finch. Born May 19, 1992. No death date.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
I respect that. I do. I'd probably do the same. I would do the exact same thing in her situation. I thought that was a torch at first, but it's a paintbrush. Especially him going in all the little hidden passageways and leaving his little marks. His little paints. Drawings. But it's interesting. Looking at them. Right? All the ones that he, if you look at the, because I'm thinking about it now, right? Because I just thought about his little sketches, like his little paintings in the secret passageways. They are each in a way connected to the stories that we've been hearing, right? Like the one going into Calvin's room. Right, we saw it was the swing. And then going into Molly's room, it was a cat. Going to Barbara's room, it was the pumpkin. And it's just like, you know.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking this really was. But I said it out loud, and now I'm like, wait a minute. The drawings are connected. But the thing is, he went missing before... He went missing in 2003, right? So does that mean he read their stories he wouldn't have known Walters. But he did know Calvin, Barbara, and Molly's. If he had gone through the secret passageways and gotten to each of their rooms and read their stuff right before he disappeared. It's just, I don't know, the fact that he painted that is so interesting. But no, I thoroughly believe that her mom wanted her to come back here and learn, see, right? With her own eyes. Huh.
But looking back on it now,
this is really nice. Now, this would scare the shit out of me just because I don't know how safe is it. I mean, I'm sure they've used it, so it's probably fine. But the uneven boards, it'd probably make me a little nervous. But outside of that, this would probably be pretty cool, right? Though I absolutely hate heights, so I say it, but I don't know if I believe that I would.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I'm sorry. So, wait. Interesting. So she is 22 weeks pregnant. And so she's writing this, she's talking about all this because this is for her child. That's why she say your family. Your family. It's for her kid. Yo, fuck this. Okay, sure, safe. The garage. Still haven't seen the raccoon that was running around in there earlier. Alleged raccoon, I don't... You know. We didn't actually see him, so... Who knows, but... Oh, man. Okay. We just go up this way?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Like American flag, barbecue, a cooler, propane. Oh. Army design, military, camo, pattern. True-blooded American. Milk carton chimes? Is that... They're bird feed. That's fun. They're bird houses. That is whimsical. I love that. That's so creative. Look at him. He's got a little fire pit and smoking, watching the birds. Watching the birds, watching the lake. Got the whole thing. Oh, all right. No spoilers on that because we're going to pick this up on the next episode because I've run out of time for this one. And I want to make sure that we can really delve into the next block of all this properly. And man, this episode was a lot. This was a doozy. Oh my god. There's so much weight to all of this. And to think like Molly's story felt so innocent only for after learning Barbara's and Calvin's, right? I'm like, oh no. It might not have been as Like the dream itself, I think that's obviously not that big a deal. It's everything around that that is like that's real, right? Barbara's haunts me. Calvin's is so sad. Like they're all so sad. Oh my god. This is a heavy game. It's fascinating. It's so well written. It's so well done. And I'm so sucked into it that if I had more time, I probably would have done this in just one go, right? Not multiple videos, just because I don't like that I have to stop, because it's so neat. It's so neat, as much as it is, heavy, and it is, right? But it is fascinating. We're going through a lot. And I don't know how much longer we do have, but we do have at least one more, right? Maybe more, but at least one, because we still got to see a number of other family members still. Go and learn the whole journey. Now that we know that she's back here, 22 months pregnant, she came back with this key, doing this whole journey of closure, is what it really feels like. Right? Like part of her wants to know. And also it seemed like part of her mom wanted her to know. Right? At least, even if she didn't show her before, she wanted to make sure that after she passed, at least she could guarantee that there was a chance Edith could come here. Right? But we'll see. We'll see what else this game's got and what else we have to experience. Because man, we're going through it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I am so happy to know that you guys are enjoying the fact that we're playing this game. The fact we're going through What Remains of Edith Finch. And I am very happy that it has been suggested by so many of you before we started playing, right? And yeah, thank you for bringing it up, because this is amazing. Absolutely, this is a game I could already tell is gonna just stick with me for a long time. Just yeah, it is. So now it's your turn to talk, because I've rambled on long enough at the end here. So thank you again for watching. Let me know what you guys think about all of these in the comments, right? Molly, Barbara, Calvin, Walter, Odin, all of this. What are your thoughts? What are your interpretations? Right? Very curious. So, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.